beautiful afternoon to you out there. Thank you so much for joining us on World of Art. This is where we bring you experts in the world of art, and together we explore the advantages or importance there is to art in our everyday lives. My name is Miriam Usman. This program is brought to you by Prince Yemisi Shillon, legal practitioner, Africa's largest private art collector, grand donor and chairman of Council Yemisi Shillon Museum of Art. Last week we brought you an art educator who took us through all it takes to be an art educator to primary and secondary schools, and it was such an amazing topic on the program. Today we bring you a graphic artist, and he's not just a graphic artist, he's also a photographer. He's got so many beautiful works here. But before we bring him on the program, I just want to take you through memory lane. Do you remember those days when stories were told through some fancy books? Now you might want to wonder if these books were still there. How come children no longer want to read this book? Are these books still even in play right now? Maybe these are your questions. Well, there are also people behind these wonderful books and the stories that we read in those days. I still believe some children still take out their time to read some of these books. Well, I've got a couple of them here on the program today, courtesy of our guests. We've been joined by AYENI OLUWAGBOTEMI, who is a graphic artist and also a photographer. Thank you so much for joining us. I had so many joy in trying to introduce you on the program today because your work took me down to memory lane. It was such good time before now, and I know we're going to have a great time. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me, Mariam. And I want to quickly extend our joy and sincere appreciation to the pillar of this program, Omamba Yemisi Shillon, whose effort is laudable. That is trying that art will not get to extinction. It's a big kudos to him, and to Society of Nigerian Artists, OGTV State Chapter.
Yes.
I say thank you all. May God bless every one of you in Jesus' name.
All right. I know you're watching right now, so amen to that. Well, I've got a couple of your works here. We have A Daisy and Her Stepmother and Other Stories. And we have The Three Friends, all written by AYENI OLUWAGBOTEMI. And we also have God's Promise for Your Children and You. See, this book is still out there. But the problem, let's even start the conversation. Are these books still out there? Because I've seen lots of children out there who prefer to play with phones, you know, cartoons on phone, and things like this feels like they're going outdated in the society. Do we still have them? Are these like old copies, or you still make them? Because I'm really curious. We had a great time growing up reading books like this. It was really fun. And I feel sorry for young children now. They're missing out on the fun.
It's unfortunate. Thank you very much. It is true. The books are there, they're still there, and by His grace, we are making the little effort we can make so that they are always available, especially for the children. One of the things we are doing, you know, in publication art, this particular one, I dare say you have just mentioned, is an encouragement to children, especially in the school, college age. This particular one was published, and we publish it, I publish it, but written as an author by a student. So this is exactly the program we are on to, that we invite the children to take away their phone instead of making progress forward educationally. They are getting involved into all things that will never even benefit them now or in future. Sadly. This is why we involve them to write books. We encourage them to write books, or rather stories, stories. And then we publish it for them. Otherwise, the other way around, we encourage their parents also to pay. Then they write, we give them the necessary things so that the books are out. Like particular one here, we the lady picked up this. He saw this in our store just once. So he read it and he was interested. She was interested. The story that she get there. So she told her father after I canceled her. And then the father now came in and we discussed about it. This bought this book. That the lady, he went to go and write. So I edited it for her. Generally, art involves a lot of things. And let me just come into this area that I've just mentioned. Graphic is just a means of communicating with the arrangement of lines and pictures, symbols, and all that. That bring in a lot of colorful work outside there. This involved this publication we're talking about, the cover, the illustrations within, all those work together as a part of graphic in our world. So we have a lot of, let me just emphasize on this. There are a lot of work that are outside there by graphic artists or generally by artists that unfortunately a lot of the society, they are not aware, they don't know where it comes from. For instance, the textile industry, we are behind it. The publications we are talking about, we are behind it. We have a lot of, in the banking, in the banking hall, we have checkbook, we have documents, all that. We have the currency, even the currency we are talking about.
There's an artist behind the currency.
Yes.
Okay.
So all sort of, all walk of life, art enter into it. We in the schools, there are charts, there are books like this, illustration and other things that without them, the education, or rather the reading, might not be so easy. For instance, if you have just a blank sheet and you are trying to educate children, they may not get the proper.
They will never.
They will not get the proper study they want.
Yes.
But artists come in, graphic artists especially, to give illustrations, to buttress or to emphasize on the theoretical aspect of it that is written there. So, like the doctors now, some of our parents want their children to be doctors, to be lawyers and all that. But artists, graphic artists come into it, and then we give some lines of pictures that will entice them, that we make them to have in-depth of what they are studying.
Yeah, in-depth knowledge.
Knowledge of what they are studying.
All right, if you're just joining us, it is World of Art on OGTV, and today we're being joined by AYENI OLUWAGBOTEMI, who is a graphic artist. This program is brought to you by Prince Yemisi Shilon, legal practitioner, Africa's largest private art collector, grand donor and chairman of KAMSU Yemisi Shilon Museum of Art. You can join in on the conversation by calling the number that will be displayed on the screen shortly. When you call, please try as much as you can to turn down the volume of your TV set. You can also send us messages via our streaming platforms. World of Art is streaming all through our social media handles. Please send us a message, send our guest message to interact on the program today. Well, I still have this book with me, which is probably my favorite of all your collection, and it's titled The Three Friends. You're going to tell us what it's all about, but I'd like to read the first 3 paragraphs or first 3 lines on the book. This is cassava. It's not yam. It grows inside the soil. And on the book there, we saw a graphic, kind of a pictorial representation of what this thing is saying, you know. So there's the soil, there's cassava, and there's some form of plants. Now that's the beauty you can have books like this, because it brings, like I said before, it brings reality of whatever it's written for better understanding of the people. I'm just concerned that we do not have this thing more like we used to in the olden days or before now, and it's something that calls for conversation, you know. And I know you work with collaboration. You collaborate with schools, for instance, school authority, to promote this reading culture. Thank you so much for joining us. Okay, I think we'll lose our call. Please do well to call us back, and when you do, okay, Bamidele, we have you on the call again.
Hello, Bamidele from Lagos.
Thank you so much for joining us. What's your question?
Hello.
I can hear you. Please turn down the volume of your TV.
Hello, Miriam.
Yes, I can hear you. Please turn down the volume of your TV set. Right. If you want to call us on the program, you want us to hear you clearly, please turn down the volume of your TV sets. It's the only way we can communicate clearly. We still have on the program today AYENI OLUWAGBOTEMI, a graphic artist who doubles as a photographer, and we've been talking about graphics as a whole, but we're starting our conversations today with telling stories via printing. And so we're talking about aiders of this culture for students, for instance. I know you collaborate with some of these individuals in the society to promote your work. So let's talk about those people you collaborate with.
Actually, mainly the schools. After writing our own book, we showcase, we display for the schools.
You have one written about God's promise for your children and you, so it's definitely about church.
Yes.
So you also collaborate with churches,
schools.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen a lot of collections here. This is also, okay, this is Beware
that is
of
magazine.
This is
magazine,
so
yes,
there's okay. So walk us through it.
Now, in schools, publications, our publications, we just mainly to go and sell to them. Only few come in that they will be asking us to write for them, which we can do as well.
So you write
we
and
write,
you print?
Yes, and print for them. But most of them, we like to write for them. I mean, we like to collect what we have written, just to buy as contracts. But majorly, like I was saying on this, we encourage students in their schools to write on their own, and then we publish for them. That encourages other students.
So when you talk about students, what age range
are you looking at? We're talking about the primary schools.
They can write stories.
Yes, we have little, like yesterday, for instance, there is one of those people that we have been talking with. He came around that he wanted to get some of the book written and published for him. So he has seen this and was encouraged with this. So that's part of what we do, to bring in people, and by doing so, those children will be encouraged to write. You know, like this one now, seeing that I'm the author.
Yeah, I'm trying to imagine that. Imagine a 5-year-old or 6-year-old.
This one we publish for. We after it is the father that sponsored it.
Wow.
We publish for them, and we are marketing. Both we and the parents. We are both marketers. So whatever that is coming in through it is rejoicing. And a child can pick up that and be sponsoring himself or herself through what he gains out of this.
All right, we have Bamidele again. Bamidele, thank you for joining us again.
Is it free?
You mean
like totally free?
The books?
Yes. The books, are they free?
Okay. Are your books free? Are your books free?
Free?
Yes.
They are not free.
They cost.
No, they're free as how you pay for it. We use money to produce them. And then after publishing, you know what the economy is saying now, after publishing, by ourselves, we sell. So it's, but we only try to make it affordable. So that it doesn't scare those people who are our buyers. We produce. It's not free, man.
Well, I think Bamidele might be asking this from a place of concern, you know. Things like this are attractive to young people, and they would really want a collection of it. And I hope people watching right now could buy into this idea of promoting things like this. There are children out there who you can change their lives with just a book like this, and conversations like this can also go a long way. So I do understand if Bamidele is asking if it's for free, she probably wants to have one for herself, and I hope you know.
No, if Bamidele is still there, let me say this. Like I said, it's not free, but at the same time, if you can get in contact with us, we know how to help you out, so that we publish this. Both of us organize how to publish the book. We pay for it, or you can send your stories. We publish, and then you can market by yourself.
All right, so maybe you just give us your phone number quickly, so those who are watching could reach out to you. You can never tell who is watching. You know, we could be that someone is watching and could, you know, ask for production for things like this for young people. So just help us with your phone number, and then we just...
080-2956-2874. That is our number.
Could you take it again?
080-2956-2874.
All right, that's the number to reach you. Now, I know everyone's question right now watching is the relationship between graphic art and the contemporary art that Nigerians know. You know, when we talk about art, in most times people just want to, you know, run to sculpting, painting, textile, for instance. But you know, we have a graphic artist here who is telling us that this is also art, and that makes it very beautiful, because we're seeing art in a broader perspective right now. Thank you very much.
That's exactly what I was trying to explain the other time. You see, graphic art is like air we breathe in. You see, most people living, they don't recognize, or rather to value, the air we breathe in, free of charge from God. But we talk more about food, about water on a daily basis, whereas we can live without water, we can live without water and food for a period of time.
Yes.
Not for air we breathe in. So if you cannot stay for 30 minutes without air, you are gone. Similarly, art is like that to the society. We have a lot of all this work of art all around us. We are living with it, we are sleeping with it, but yet we don't recognize it. For instance, on like this one, textile, the clothes we wear on a daily basis, majority don't know where it comes from.
Yes.
Whereas it starts from the table of artists. Look at the aeroplane over there. We are seeing it flying over there. It began from the table of an artist, because the structure, everything out, the skeleton, the electrical, or whatever that makes it to be flying over there, the manufacturer will have to visit the artist, design it on the table before they can put that together, without the technician and all that, before it goes up. Similarly, like I was saying the other time, in the banking hall, they only take a check, they only take a currency that we are spending daily. Majority don't even know where it comes from. All started from the artist table. That is the importance of artists and the work on our home. We can see there our bed sheet, our curtain, and sometimes the restroom, we put certain things, they are all work of art. So come to school over there, the pictures inside the cover, it starts from the cover, because the cover must be a little bit attractive.
The colors
And everything. If they are not attractive, if whatever you package inside, as beautiful as it may be, without the cover attracting them, one may not actually look at it.
That's right.
That is it. So that is why we are talking that at least a graphic artist like here that we don't value. So it's all over the place. Look at our road. The corner, the junction, the bumps, everything, we have signs all from the work of art, graphic artist.
Interesting.
So it's just numerous. Like souvenir we are talking about.
Well, we actually have some of your collection here, but I'm particularly amazed by this one because I know a lot of us have come across something like this and we've not really had to settle down to know where this is from, and to see this as one of your work is another thing we should talk about. Let's go outside books and textile design now. This is amazing. But also the work of a graphic artist.
Yes.
So tell us about it.
Yes. Now in the pharmacy or in the supermarkets, where most of the time we can get inside there, part of what artist does is that you can imagine you get a pharmaceutical store and then the whole place is brown. It's all the packages are all just brown, no color, no illustration, nothing like packages like this. And then you can easily get the curative medicine you are looking for. You can mistakenly taking it over as poison.
That's right.
So this is where artists comes in and the work of art in all those areas. You have the packages that define what is inside. Thank you very much. That is inside. Like this one now, Gary, everyone. Picking it, this one is especially attractive and it's our local food. You can get this and you get attracted to it. It shows what is inside. I mean the package, what we package on you, the design we have for it shows what is inside, just like the people, the book. That sometimes man have to tell us to, like at the back here, we have to summary of what is inside. The same thing. We get to supermarket.
I really want you to continue on this conversation, but time is not by our side and we have to wrap up on the program today. It's been a very good time having you on the program, and I trust our viewers have had a great time too with your collections and your beautiful work that you do. Thank you for letting us know on the program today that visual art goes across every single thing we do, and as human individual society, the earlier we embrace it, the better for us. Once again, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you very much for having me once more.
All right, it is World of Art, and this is how far we can go this week. We will come your way next week where we bring you another artist, and we get to talk about small branches there is to visual art and its importance to our everyday lives. This program is brought to you by Prince Yemisi Shilon, legal practitioner, Africa's largest private art collector, grand donor and chairman of Council Yemisi Shilon Museum of Art. My name is Miriam Usman. I'll see you next week. Bye for now.